Praise the Lord, saints. So what's going on? Happy Saturday to you. Very auntie right now. Your girl is very auntie right now. No, I like the show. Me being regular human and whatever. So I wanted to give you, y'all. Hold on. See you. Trying to turn Santa up tighter. Still won't let go. Oh. Y'all. This DJ I just found. Anyway, I listened to his K-Tronada mix, and he did the Erica one first, and now I'm trying to gather myself together so I can, because I love K-Tra. I need to go see K-Tra this year. Anyway, so here I just got some of my groceries, and I'm going to share with you some of my meal prep hacks. I'm going to share with you what it looks like for me to meal prep, and also all the things. Everything's everywhere, but I don't meal prep in the traditional way that other people do. So if you do it a different way that works for you, fantastic. If you're like, oh, that could work for me, I can get into it, okay? Number one, first things first, I eat the same thing basically like every other day. 4 days a week, I eat one way. 3 days a week, I eat another way, okay? Yeah, I won't be able to concentrate because K-Tra on. So 4 days a week I eat one way, 3 days a week I eat another way, and it's dependent on what I'm training and what my day looks like. Also depends on where I am in my diet. Okay. Okay. So, number one, eat the same thing every day. Even on the days that I eat different stuff, like I was saying, my 4 and 3 days, it's still the same core foods, okay? Now, I need y'all to listen to me because this video is going to delete in 30 days, all right? Listen, I have core proteins that I eat. Shrimp, eggs, egg whites, okay? Hold on. Hold it in a row. Core proteins, eggs. I just found these at Costco, by the way, and they are already boiled. 16 2-packs. I love it because I eat so many of these. Costco turkey bacon. It's uncured. I'm gonna tell you why you need uncured. Uncured has more protein in it. Okay. Uncured has more protein in it. Shrimp, lean ground beef, yogurt. Oh, chicken. I just air fry my chicken and then I cut it up in chunks with my scissors and with my kitchen shears, and that's my Chick-fil-A. Okay, so that's how I pretty much just cook all the meat together. So I was finishing cooking the chicken and it's cooked. So when I need, let's just say I prepare for a busy day on Monday, I just weigh out all of my meats and my carbs and my veggies for that next day, but I just cook everything together. I don't portion it out for like weeks because my weight changes every week. Okay, y'all hear me? Listen. My weight changes every week. And being that my weight changes every week, I can't meal prep for, maybe 6 days before my coach is like, okay, we might have to change something. So I don't do too much, right? Okay, so this is my shrimp. I get this from Costco, and I Instacart everything. I don't go to the store because I got other stuff to do. And so this is how I cook my shrimp, like this. I put it all in the air fryer, just like that. And then I just turn it on. Okay. So that's cooking while I do that. Egg whites. Fantastic way that you can add protein to your diet without adding tons of calories, of fat and carbs. The significant thing about egg whites is that it literally can elevate your protein intake immediately, okay? Because it doesn't have a lot of calories in it and it's basically all just protein. So I eat probably a box of this a week. I know that sounds like a lot, but I probably go through a carton every other day. And I'll show you how I'm doing. I'm just putting it in here so that I can make my breakfast. But I want this box out of here. I was thinking about leaving. Okay. So those are my egg whites. Okay. Yogurt, Greek yogurt, 000. They even have like a higher protein one, which is cool too. But definitely, y'all, make sure you have your core proteins. And once again, my core proteins are ground beef, chicken, eggs, egg whites, Greek yogurt, and shrimp. Those are my core ones that I rotate. So that is grocery shopping expensive? I don't think so, because I eat the same things every day and nothing goes bad, literally, okay? So that's done. Okay. So while the shrimp is cooking, I put everything away in mass. That's helped me a lot. And so this is what I was telling my clients. You know, a lot of you reach a plateau in your nutrition because you're meal prepping the same amount every week. Okay? And by that, I mean, let's just say you lost like a real 2 pounds, like you lost it nutritionally and through calorie deficit. You lost 2 pounds in a week. But then you go back and you meal prep, even if it's healthy, y'all. This is not about healthy food, junk food. This is not about different types of food. This is about calorie consumption. If you have lost 2 pounds and you go back and you meal prep the same meal on Sunday or whatever, you're eating to stay the weight that you were. Now, this is not about weight loss all the time. I'm talking about it because that's where I am. I want to do fat loss. A lot of us do a lot. If we're going to be completely honest, a lot of us have 20 to 40 pounds we need to lose, if not 50 or more. Okay? And the way that you do that is that you got to track it. You got to know where you are. And like Dr. Cindy, I know y'all going to hear me, be tired of me hearing this, or saying this, that you can't measure what you don't manage, or you can't manage what you don't measure. And so if you don't measure your food and you don't know how much you're eating, you're going to be in a revolving door of weight loss, weight gain, weight loss, weight gain, weight loss, weight gain, because you can't prep the same amount of food every week. So that's that. Also, my favorite foods that have 0 to 5 calories that I can eat with my food is, I love pickles. Hey, Nah. I love pickles, and so I eat pickles when I feel like it, and it also helps with my muscle cramps. Asparagus. Let's talk about asparagus. A lot of y'all know that my coach is a bodybuilding coach, and so he's really big on like asparagus. But the thing about asparagus is that it's a high fiber food. It has a lot of soluble and insoluble fiber, which means that there's some fiber that can get broken down and your body can absorb it, and then there's some fiber that's called non-unsoluble fiber, where it just goes through your digestive tract and sweeps everything up. Okay, and so asparagus is fantastic for that. The second thing that's important, so I want the diabetics and people who are on like metformin or whatever, I want you to just consider this. Asparagus is also a great diuretic. If you know that you hold on to bloating, asparagus is great. So if you eat asparagus, thank you, Nah. If you eat asparagus, I would suggest eating it at night as your last meal, so that It helps with bloating. It helps with you going to the bathroom in the morning. Now, are you going to be up piss set? Absolutely. Piss pot, okay? On any day, I eat about 180 grams to like 120 grams of asparagus while I'm on my cut right now, okay? So a cut is just rapid fat loss because I'm getting ready for carnival and I want to have my shirt off. I'm gonna have my shirt off tonight too, whatever. Another hack that I have is that I prep my rice in a crock pot. I make my rice. Let me put this in food. Okay. So I make my rice in the crock pot as I'm finishing up the serving that is in the refrigerator. So this time I do jasmine rice, and people have been asking me white rice or brown rice, which one's better? Rice is rice, and white rice spikes your blood sugar a little bit less sometimes. But I have white rice because that's what I like. It doesn't matter. That was I hate to tell y'all, but that was a marketing ploy. Brown rice versus white rice. It was a marketing ploy. We all fell for it. Okay? We all fell for it. And so this time I made my rice with fresh garlic in it. And I put some ranch. Y'all, I'm obsessed with Hidden Valley Ranch packets because it's 0 calories. I put that in the rice, and I put the garlic in the rice, and so that's cooking right now. And when that's cooked and finished, I just put that in my in the refrigerator. I put it in the container, and then as I get ready to prep for the next day, I put it all in there. Okay? What else do y'all need to know? If you like Chick-fil-A, cut your chicken up in nuggets. A major key right there. Another thing is a must-have in your refrigerator is a sugar-free sauce. I'm a sauce girl. I love sauce. I probably like sauce more than I like food, okay? And sugar-free sauces are great. I love G. Hughes sugar-free sauce. He has sweet chili. There's yum yum sauce. There's ketchup. This ketchup has a lot of sugar in it. Honey mustard. There are teriyaki marinades, all of that. So if you have diabetics in your family or people who are pre-diabetic, perhaps you have children who my mom will be so mad at me, y'all. Or if you have children that are pre-diabetic, or somebody that you love, has issues with controlling their blood sugar, and you know that there's a sauce person, these sauces are fantastic. They got barbecue sauce, you got salad dressing, but every store has different kinds. Like Greer's has different kinds, Publix has different kinds, they all have different kinds. Okay? That sauce, I'm telling you, like sauce, you can end up eating more sauce and calories than you would eating the actual food. Okay? So that's that. And y'all, that's pretty much all I do. So in between my clients, if I'm running out of food or something, I'll just pop everything in the air fryer or put my rice in here and do that, and I'll just keep going. That's how I do my revolving meal prep. I don't take all of Sunday or I don't take all of Saturday to cook all my food. I cook all the meats and put them in the refrigerator, and then when it's time, I have my handy dandy scale, and I might prep for the next day, but I'm not going to prep for 7 days, like I said, because our weight is different. And let me tell you what ended up happening to me. I never had these pickles, but so what ended up happening to me one time was I cooked all of this food, and I forgot that things had to be adjusted. And my coach, we check in on Tuesdays, and he's like, here's your new diet. Here's your new portion sizes and things that you might need because your body responded to the diet. And so I had to change some things because of my progress. And yeah, these pickles so good. Oh, and steak. Steak is my other food. And so I really learned to be excited for the next week because I know I'm trusting the process, right? And when things have to be adjusted, like my carbs have to be adjusted or my fats have to be adjusted or something like that, I'm always ready, but I don't overbuy food. I use a lot of Instacart because ain't nobody got time for that. I ain't know your pickles is good, boo. So those are my meal prep hacks. Like I said, the shrimp is still going. And I just weigh my food for the next day. But because my menus are the same and have been very, very similar in the sense of like my core foods, it takes away the food noise that you hear in your head and it takes away the guessing. So I'm gonna, if you guys have any questions, drop them in the chat. I'll chill for a minute. Yeah. So, I don't know if you have any questions, but I wanted to explain it to you. So I'm gonna go over the keys. Y'all ready? And if you're in a place where you can type in what I say, please listen. The name of these pickles are from Costco. They're called Grillo's Pickle Spears. Okay? So y'all ready? Y'all ready? I need y'all to write these in the comments. Number 1, have your core foods, your core proteins. Get your core proteins. How do I weigh my food? Okay. I got you, Jazz. So your core proteins are the proteins that you like that you can eat every day. My core proteins are chicken, ground beef, steak, eggs, egg whites, Greek yogurt, and shrimp. Those are my cores. Okay? You rotate those core foods out and you need to always have them in the refrigerator. Period. Okay? Number 2, Jazz was asking me, how do you weigh your foods? The only time you need to weigh your foods is that's what your meal plan is asking you to do. So, for example, if my coach said you need to eat 10 grams of, let's say 50 grams of pickles, I will turn this on and I will have my plate. Then I will reset the scale and then it will zero out and not count what's on here. And then I would just take my food and put it like that. The value of weighing your food is that if you need to adjust any of your macronutrients, proteins, fats, carbs, whatever, you can adjust it much easier with grams or ounces instead of cups and tablespoons and stuff like that. Okay, so that's how you do that, Jazz. Yeah, you can eat ground turkey. That's just not on my meal plan. It's not on my meal plan. Number 2. See, these are the shrimps that I was making. Number 2, mass cook all of your meat. And I would just say mass cook it, as you go. There's no problem with that. And you don't have to wait till a certain day. You can just mass cook it. I think I'm out of cook. Am I out? Yeah. So mass cook your meats. And one thing that I do because I have a lot of food noise and like I can think about food a lot and it can frustrate me, is I don't season my food when I cook it. I'll season it when I put it in the bowl. So that it takes the guesswork away from it and I'm a little bit more detached from food being a comfort thing, and detached from food being something outside of fuel, okay? Especially when I'm in my house. Now, if I'm outside and I'm eating out and things like that, then I truly enjoy it. But when I'm at home, I try to separate the two. So I find that a lot of us season our foods with too many things that have a lot of calories in it, and we don't think that it really matters. So like the oils, you could put hundreds of calories, thousands of calories even when you're seasoning that or whatever, and you just overwhelm yourself trying to marinate, trying to do this and that. Listen, it's fuel, okay? So be done with it when it comes to fuel. The next thing that I highlighted was asparagus. Asparagus is a highly anti-inflammatory food. It's high in fiber, and it is also a diuretic veggie. And so if you have issues with with blood sugar, the fiber in it helps stabilize the blood sugar. If you have issues with bloating, it helps you to get that water weight off of you, okay? And the way that I do it is I eat it with my dinner. And that just depends on how much you eat. But I eat a lot of asparagus. So that's number 2. Next is having your sugar-free syrups and stuff like that. A major key. And this is the interesting part, y'all. There are studies that show people who might use sugar-free things keep weight off longer because it satisfies their taste buds and their mental. So that's a little bit about what I do. All right. Prep my rice in my crock pot. You can do that too. It look good. Look. It look good. Cook my. Yeah. So, just as we were talking, I put that on. That has fresh garlic in it, and it has ranch packets in it. They're like, very good. Okay. So, I hope that helps. You know, since we're going into the fall and winter, and I'm doing these challenges, I want you guys to understand what's going on. And, you know, to the people who have seen me go from 213 pounds to 186 pounds, I want you to see what I'm doing so that you don't think that it's anything magical, okay? Of course, I take my supplements, right? One of my favorites right now is Multi-Burn. It directly helps like waist to hip circumference. It helps with snacking, and it has a little bit of caffeine in it. So that's my favorite right now. And also creatine. Y'all know how I feel about that powder, as Shamira says. And then all of my hydration shenanigans. So yeah. All right. I hope that helps y'all, and that you get healthy together with one moment at a time. Last thing. That pickle needs butt whoop. The last thing is that, remember, you should not be meal prepping the same amount of food every week. You hear me? Hear me? Y'all hear me? If you are prepping the same amount of food every week and your goal is to lose weight, you're not going to lose weight. You're going to plateau eventually, and it's probably going to be week 3, week 4. That's why you need to have a plan. Okay? So if you've been meal prepping the same thing, the same amount, 1 cup of rice, 2 cups of broccoli, some salmon, because you may not know how much the salmon is, you're doing yourself a disservice because you're not resetting your calories, right? When I started, my calories were like, I feel like my calories were at like 2,300, and my protein was like at 225 grams a day, right? And as I've gotten smaller into my cut, my calories are now 1,500, 1,700, but still 215 grams of protein or 186 grams of protein every day like clockwork. And so even though it seems like I'm eating less food, because I am in calories, I'm still eating great nutrient dense foods, and my calories did not drop down that low immediately. This is why I tell you guys, and the people who like to argue with me in the comments, okay? Because that's why you're plateauing, because you're spending your time arguing with me, all right? Is that when you find out what amount of calories you need to eat daily, okay? You monitor your weight for 2 weeks, and then when you plateau out, okay, them calories need to go down, but that protein needs to stay up. You hear me? But if y'all are hard heads because you think, well, if I could just drop my calories down to this, I could get there faster. No, you're not gonna get there faster than me, beloved. And I say that with my full chest. I'm gonna die on that hill. It took me 9 weeks for my calories to get down that low, and the only reason they're down that low is because I'm doing a cut. When I get off the cut, I'm gonna reverse diet and bring my calories back up. Because you can't just reduce. You can't be on a calorie deficit forever. That's why it's important for you to be very strategic with your calories, very strategic in monitoring how much you eat and monitoring your weight. If you listen, the scale gon' tell it. If you have not lost any weight in 2 weeks, your calories are at maintenance. And you should probably drop them down daily, like 200, 250. And this is the part. Y'all ain't going nowhere to me. I want to lose 2 pounds a week. Baby, where is you going? Where are you going? No, you'll cut. Okay. Queen Tavia asks, so is it only carbs that we cut back on when we cut calories? No. You'll cut carbs and you'll cut fat. Okay? And then as your whole entire body weight goes down, and we monitor what your body composition looks like. So like the increase of muscle, your protein will go down too. Your protein will essentially match what you weigh. And then probably, maybe on some days, 40 grams more than that. So an example of adjusting calories instead of taking out food looks like this. Shantia said that she likes turkey meat. If she had 88% turkey meat, a way that we can manipulate her calories by reducing fat is just to get a leaner turkey meat, like a 99% or a 90% lean. Another way that you can manipulate that is ground beef. If you just eat a regular ground beef that's like 75%, a way that you can still eat the same amount of food and increase amount of protein but manipulate the fat is by getting a leaner cut. Another example is if you eat eggs. Instead of eating the egg, 2 eggs, you eat 1 egg and you add egg whites. So you don't have to reduce the amount of food that you're eating. You can manipulate the type of food to reduce it. The other thing for Quintavia and for anybody else is that fat calories, carb calories, and protein calories are different in the sense of grams. So carbs and protein are 4 calories per gram. Fat is 9 calories per gram. And so this is why you can overeat in fat, because fat is 9 calories per gram. You see? That's why when we took out the olive oil in your diet, your weight dropped down because you took out thousands of calories but didn't take out the volume of food. Volume of food stayed the same, protein stayed the same, we just took that out. Another example is like eating flank steak instead of ribeye. If you started your diet eating ribeye and it's been working and then you plateau, switch over to flank steak. You'll have more protein, less calories. So I hope that explains a little bit. The other thing is that when we eat protein is great for satiety, which is just keeping you full. But protein within itself takes more energy in your body to break down than any other macronutrient. And so protein does like triple duty. It keeps you full, it builds your muscle, that boosts your metabolism, and it also takes more calories to break down in digestion. And so that's why we really, really lead with that as well, in addition to regulating the blood sugar and things like that. So I hope that helps. Well, it's time to eat. I got a 2000s party to go to. Please hold. So this video is going to delete in 30 days. I'm going to put it on my YouTube. So make sure you go subscribe to my YouTube channel so you can come back to this. Because a lot of y'all never gonna be in my inbox because you're scared that I'm gonna hold you accountable, because I'm is. But I still want you to have the information. Okay? So I'll post it there. Alright? I love you guys. Hydrate before you caffeinate. Don't piss me off. And beloved, beloved, beloved. Okay?